Hello everyone, hope you all are doing well. In this session, we are going to discuss about cloud security automation. Before starting with the topic, a quick introduction about me. My name is Vishal Shevare, AWS certified cloud practitioner, certified Six Sigma executive, having 3+ years of work experience in logistics, procurement, and quality control domain. I'm passionate about cloud security, and some of the projects done by me are cloud security automation, GitHub repositories, vulnerability assessment, testing open web application against OAuth's top 10 threats. I also developed Watson Assistant called Elena for skill-based organization to increase digital footfall of new students, to engage them in conversation and to solve their queries in real time. So yeah, that's all about me. So the agenda for this session will be, first we will understand why cloud security is so important by discussing one of the infamous data breaches happen in recent year. Then we will start with the hands-on, where first we will install prerequisite required to carry out cloud security assessment. Then we will create IAM User with required policies. We will set up virtual environment required for tool which we are going to use in this session. Then we will carry a AWS security assessment using Scout Suite, a multi-cloud security auditing tool. And finally, we will do overview of audit report. So first, let's discuss why cloud security is so important. So in recent years, we saw that major data breach was happened with Capital One, which is one of the largest bank in USA, where attacker was able to get 700 folder with dataset containing customer information. This attack was happened due to web application firewall was misconfigured. So attacker exploited this misconfigured web application firewall and generated access token to fetch data from AWS storage. So to avoid such scenarios, it is very important to keep your cloud environment more secure. And in this session, I'm going to demonstrate how you can identify services which are insecure or vulnerable to attacks. So before we start the demo, make sure AWS CLI and Python is installed in your system. As these prerequisites are already installed in my system, I'll proceed with creation of IAM user with required policy. Okay, now to create IAM user, first log in into your AWS management console by clicking on sign in to the console. Here I am signing as a root user. First put your mail ID, then click on next. We need to fill this captcha here. Think it is right. Yeah, now password. So this screen will appear after you logged in. So in search box type IAM and click on it. Then under IAM, click on users. Here click on add users. So here give any name to your user. So we'll give audit 1 2 3. Then checked on this programmatic access. We only have to give a programmatic access to this IAM user. So checked this. Then click on next permissions. So here we have to attach some policies to this IAM user. So to do that, click on attach existing policies directly. So we are going to assign the two policies. First one is a security audit and the second one is view only access. So in search box, search for the security audit. Here, check it. Then after that, search for view only access. No, I think we don't have to give any space here. Yeah, I checked this also. Then click on next tags down here. And click on next review. Then check you assign required policies to the to this IAM users. And after cross-checking all the details, click on create users. Now we can see that user is successfully created, and this is the access key ID and secret access key. You can see this download cs.csv button here. If you click on this, the .csv file will get downloaded, and in that file the access key ID and the secret access key will be mentioned there. So we are going to use this access key ID and secret access key while for configuring the AWS account with our Windows PowerShell. So now let's go to the Windows PowerShell to perform further activities. So now we are in Windows PowerShell. First, we are going to check AWS CLI is properly installed in our system or not. So to check that, type AWS space hyphen hyphen then version VERSION and then hit enter. Yeah. So we can see that AWS CLI version 1.20.3 is properly installed in our system. So it means we can move ahead to the next step. So now we are going to set up virtual environment. So virtual environment is nothing but it is an isolated folder which will be created in your system. So whatever file we are going to download now on those files will get saved in that folder only. It will not save anywhere else on your system. So to install virtual environment, type command pip install virtual env and hit enter. So you can see that it is showing as requirement already satisfied because I already installed virtual environment before, but that's why it is showing as a requirement already satisfied. But in your case, it will show virtual environment completely downloaded. So moving ahead, so now type command cd venv. So this will create one folder like this in C drive under user, then admin, and in the admin folder we have a new folder named venv. So if we want to check the files which are stored in this venv folder, type dir and hit enter. So as we can see that there are around 6 files in this VNV folder, include lib scout suit report. As I already performed this audit, that's why the scout suit report is visible in this VNV folder. And there are two more files as well. Okay, so in total we have around 6 files in this VNV folder. So now we are going to activate our virtual environment. So to do that, type dot / scripts, again / activate, and then hit enter. So once you see this VENV in the curve bracket, the top bottom side, it means that we successfully created virtual environment. So now on whatever file we installed, it will get saved in that VNV folder only. It will not save at any other place on your system. It will save in that folder only. So it's time to install Scout Suite as our virtual environment is active. So to install Scout Suite, type pip install Scout Suite and hit enter. So you can see that it is showing as requirement already satisfied, because I already installed this Scout Suite on my system before. That's why it is showing requirement already satisfied. But in your case, it will show Scout Suite completely downloaded or completely installed. So now, as we downloaded or installed the Scout Suite, let's check for which cloud providers the Scout Suite open source multi-cloud assessment tool supports. So to check that, type scout space -h AWS space region space EU VEST. Sorry, we have to give here -VEST.1. So we are just going to see the different cloud providers which this Scout Suite multi-cloud open source tool supports. So just hit enter. Yeah. So as we can see that this Scout Suite supports AWS, which is the market leader, as we all know, then GCP, Azure, Alibaba Cloud, and then Oracle. So now we are going to configure our AWS account. So to do that, type AWS configure. When we created this IAM policy, we downloaded that download.csv file. So in that file, there will be two things. First one is secret access key, and second one is access key. So we are going to enter those two keys here. So as to configure our AWS account with Windows PowerShell. So as I already configured my account, AWS account with the Windows PowerShell, we can see that key is already shown in this square bracket. So I'm not going to enter it again. So for you, if you are doing it for the first time, you have to enter your AWS access key ID here. You will get this access key ID from the Excel file, which would CSV file, sorry, CSV file which you downloaded after after you created that IAM user. So after entering that, click enter. For AWS secret access key, also as I already entered this secret access key, it is showing in this square bracket, so I'm not going to enter it again. But for you, if you're doing it for the first time, you have to enter it here, the secret access key, which will be there in your .csv file which you downloaded after you created IAM user. So after entering AWS secret access key, click enter. So you can keep a region name as a default, it doesn't matter. Then hit enter, and you can also keep this output format as default. Output format is nothing but the audit report format, which you will get after running the complete scan on your AWS account. So as a default, you will get HTML, the audit report in HTML format. So we are going to keep it as a default. So hit enter. So now we are done with configuration of our AWS account with Windows PowerShell. So now it's time to run the audit on our AWS account. To do that, type scout, then space AWS. Yeah, we are in our virtual environment in drive C folder, users, then admin, then our folder V and V. And in that folder, we are running this scan on our AWS account. So after entering this command, scout AWS, hit enter. So first it will, after launching this scout, it will first authenticate this user with our cloud provider, and then it will gather data from APIs, and after that it will fetch details from the various services which we are using on our AWS account. So it will take some time, like 1 or 2 minutes. Let's wait for that. So now it is done with fetching all the details from the services which we are using on AWS account. So now it will take around 30 to 40 seconds to generate audit report. So means only within 2 minutes, this Scout Suite, which is multi-cloud open source tool, scan our AWS account, and within 2 minutes, it will provide the complete audit report in HTML format. So let's wait to complete all the process. Yeah. So now it is saying that Scout Suit report is already exist. Do you want to overwrite it? Yes. It is showing this because as I already did an audit before this session on my AWS account. That's why it is showing that, because one audit report is already there in my this VNV folder. So we have to overwrite it. Y and enter. There might be two reports. Then again Y and enter. Yeah, and this will be, I think, last time we have to enter Y and enter. So yeah. So this is the audit report which ScoutSuite will generate after it is done with scanning all the services which we are using in our AWS account. This is our AWS account ID. ScoutSuite only scans services which you are using. As I'm only using Cloud12 configuration, EC2, IAM, and VPC. So ScoutSuite scan these services and flag them with red, orange, and green color. So here Z means danger, which indicates the service is vulnerable to attack. Orange color indicates warning, and green means good, that the service is healthy. Rules are the total number of rules ScoutSuite has for a particular service. Checks are total number of checks performed by ScoutSuite. Findings are number of checks flag out of total number of checks. Here for the EC2 instance, you can see that there are 37 resources. So this number does not mean that our EC2 service is running on 37 EC2 instance. This 37 number consists of EC2 instance, security groups, network interface, and volume. So to check resource detail for particular AWS services, go to this gear icon and click on resource details. From here, you can see that what are the resources over the services using. If we see for the EC2 service, we have 4 instances, 4 network interface, 25 security groups, and 4 volume. So in similar way, you can check resource detail for other service as well. So here IAM service is flagged with red color. It means that we have some problem with identity and access management. So let's click on it to see which rules are flagged with red color. So as we can see here, 7 rules are flagged with red color, 1 with orange, and remaining are with green color. So if we check for the MFA, that is root account without MFA, if we click on this plus sign, we will get detailed description of issue. Here, as per ScoutSuite, MFA is not enabled for root account, and it also gave remedy that we need to enable MFA for the root account to solve this issue, to keep our the account more secure. And it also gives the reference link. So if we click on this reference link, so this link is useful to solve that particular issue. So if we want steps to resolve that particular issue, we can click on that reference link, and from here we can get steps that we need to perform to solve that issue. So let's go back to the ScoutSuite report. So if you want to check that what are the different services or resources which are affected by this issue, that is root account without MFA, just click on this root account without MFA. And if you want to see all the services which are affected by this issue. All the features or services. Click on this show all. We can see that for this user audit 123, MFA is false, which means MFA is not enabled. Similar way we can see for other user as well, that for Prowler user also MFA is not enabled. For root account also MFA is not enabled, and for audit user also we didn't enable the MFA. So to check similar thing on our AWS account, to cross check, go back to our AWS account and search for IAM. Click on it. Then click on users. So here we can see that MFA is not enabled for our IAM users. So similar thing is shown by the Scout Suite report, which shows that our Scout Suite report is showing exactly the same thing which is happening with our AWS account. So let's go back to the Scout Suite report. Then audit summary. Now let's check for the EC2 service. For in our EC2 service, 3 rules are flagged with red color, then 5 with orange, and remaining are with green color. So if we check, so the first rule says that EBS volume is not encrypted. It is flagged with red color. It means that it is not encrypted. If we click on this plus sign, it will give the detailed description that enabling encryption of ABS volume ensures that data is encrypted both at rest and in transit. And if you want to know that how you can encrypt that ABS volume, you just have to click on this reference link, and it will have step-by-step procedure that you need to follow to encrypt your ABS volume. So let's go back to the Scotland report. If you want to see the which are the features which are affected by if we didn't encrypt this EBS volume, then just click on EBS volume not encrypted. As we are running on 4th EC2 instance, it's showing as there are 4 EC2 instance which we are using. All are affected due to this we didn't encrypted ABS volume. So if we click show all, then we can see that here encryption is false for the first EC2 instance, then for second also encryption is false, third as well encryption is false, and the fourth EC2 instance also we can see that encryption is false. So it means that for all the EC2 instance which we are using on our AWS account, we didn't encrypted the ABS volume. So if you want to cross check this, go back to our Amazon Management Console and search for EC2. Click on it. Then select the first EC2 instance and click on storage. So we can see that we didn't encrypted this EBS volume for this first EC2 instance. Then click on second EC2 instance. First go follow similar steps, go to storage. Here for second EC2 instance as well, we didn't encrypted the EBS volume. Then for third EC2 instance as well, we didn't encrypted EBS volume, and for last the web server EC2 instance also we didn't encrypted our EBS volume. So which shows that the Scout Suite is showing the actual thing which was happening with our AWS account. Let's go back to the Scout Suite report. So in case if you want if you want to download this summary report, just go to this gear icon and click on export summary. Once you click on this export summary, your report will get downloaded in CSV file. So to check security status of any AWS services, every time you don't need to log into a Amazon management console, you can directly view services which is flagged with red color and things affected by that issue directly from this audit report. You can monitor your AWS account daily, weekly, or monthly, in short, at any time. Once you configure your AWS account with PowerShell, you just have to run command scout AWS and you will get updated audit report in 2 to 3 minutes. And this audit report not only shows issues, it also describes those issues, that is in brief, and provides remedy for that. So you don't have to search anywhere else for solutions in case some services is flagged with red color and you want to take actions to solve this issue. Yeah, so thank you so much for taking out your valuable time and attending this session. Just try it out all the steps which I explained in this session. If you're stuck anywhere, share your queries on mentioned email ID, that is vishal.shevale.we@gmail.com, or you can connect with me on LinkedIn. I will be more than happy to answer your queries. Looking forward to hear from you. Now I am taking your leave here. Thank you again. Thank you so much.